Hey, this is Russell Whitney with Expert Insider, and I'm sitting here with Mike Long, who is the founder of OMG, not Oh My God, but One Man Gang, and has done over $45 million online. First one to ever come up with the JV launch, which we'll talk about. That means people joint venturing like me and him. If we have lists, we can mail our list together and help launch a product and bring it to the next level. Also started StomperNet, which was a seven-figure business. So I'm out here. 8-figure business. Thanks for the correction. And we're out here doing an interview. So while I'm in LA, I always try to get a chance, an opportunity to interview experts, find out some secret information, and pass this information on to my following because it can help you get started in business. So we'll get right into it. Mike, I appreciate having you coming out here. So let's just talk a little bit about first, how did you get started? Like at what age did you say, you know what, I'm going to be an entrepreneur?
Oh, that's such a great question. I was, the only job I ever had was working at Fuddruckers.
Fuddruckers,
and,
okay.
they make, it's like a high-end burger joint.
Right.
And so they'd be selling like $5 hamburgers, and they did it by making things like a little bit more fun. That's the way it was. At first when I was working there, I didn't really get what was going on.
Right.
But my manager, Jim, was like, yeah, what's going on is we're selling $5 hamburgers instead of like dollar hamburgers at McDonald's or whatever.
Yeah.
And so you had to do more energy. It was kind of a cooler environment and stuff like that. And I really took to it. Mm-hmm. I was weirdly successful there. Like I would, I'd have lines of people out the door waiting for milkshakes on Tuesday night, which was shake night. I'd make my own events and stuff like that. And it was cool. And I was like, man, if I could only, and sometimes I was bringing home $100 or $200 in tips, which was blowing my mind.
That's awesome. I mean, for Fuddruckers.
For Fuddruckers,
really
yeah. I'm like 17 years old, right?
So basically, you were waiting tables, but a lot of people don't understand is waiters are in sales.
Well, here's what was interesting. I wasn't a waiter.
Selling.
That was the amazing thing was I made all the money. No one else was getting tips. It was just me.
Right.
Like I was a busboy. That's basically. But they called busboys guest service representatives.
Okay.
And the customers didn't know that I wasn't a waiter.
So they made you feel a little better instead of busboy.
Yeah, and I would just but
come
I would
up with a
just
better name.
Yeah, but then I would just do things for people.
Right.
I would go and get their drinks. I would guide them to their table, and then I would make things fun. I would also introduce them to each other.
Gotcha.
So anyways, I was doing something. I had a knack for something, and I thought that I could translate that into becoming a waiter, like you just said.
Okay.
And I thought I could become a bartender or something like that.
Right.
Crash and burn.
Okay.
Here's what happened. I started working at Chi-Chi's, which is a low-end Mexican restaurant, in my opinion. And I hated it, and I sucked at it.
So don't go to Chi-Chi's.
Yeah, I hated it. I sucked at it. And one day, this is weeks after I started, I was driving home. I got cut early. I drove home. My friend said, come out. I went tearing off out of my RX-7. I was like maybe 19 years old. And I got in a near fatal car accident.
Oh, wow.
A cement truck pulled in front of me. My car got bent into a V.
Jeez.
And this woman came running out of this van that was behind me. And she grabs me up, like a bigger woman. And she engulfs me in this big hug.
Right.
And she's crying and crying. And she's like, I just thought I saw you die.
Oh, wow. So near death.
Yeah, I mean, it was, and I walked out without a scratch, but my mom came and picked me up and I said, take me to Chi-Chi's. I'm going to quit my job.
Right.
I'm going to just go and tell them I'm never working again.
Right.
And I just didn't. Life was too precious to live in this, work in this job I didn't like. I knew I had a knack for something.
Right.
And so I really wanted to, find a way to
So
bring
you
my
saw
gifts.
potential. So a lot of people, what I think you're kind of saying here is a lot of people see a rock bottom for themselves. That could have been your bottom. Everybody has a different type of bottom where they see, I have more potential, I have more opportunity to create success. And, we want to get into that in the next segment of exactly how you transition and you got into OMG.
I like the way you just put that, by the way. Well, just about a certain kind of feeling like, is this all that my life is going to be?
Exactly. And I think that's a question a lot of people ask themselves, but it doesn't really resonate inside of them. So that's one thing that I want to impress upon any of you that are watching this is I would take an inventory all the time of what is my life should be? Where do I see my life going?
Yeah, what's
and
your
actually
vision?
take action and vision. When we come back, we're going to get into some of the insider secrets of how Mike made over 45 million with OMG, which is SEO, right? All different SEO. So we're going to show you exactly how they did that. So we'll be back here in just a second.